The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4.
Here's a look at all the top stories all around the DMV for you today.
Yeah, the family of Bernard Baker Jr. is still outraged. They say a quicker 911 response could have saved Baker's life. We're hearing from his brother this afternoon with those new details.
And more new details about last night's triple shooting in Seat Pleasant, Maryland. We've learned the name of one of the victims.
And Pride kicks off across the DMV, celebrating all walks of life in the LGBTQ community. We're going to take you to a special flag raising in Montgomery County and tell you where else you can join in on the fun. And thanks for joining us on this Thursday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. We'll get to those top stories in just a few minutes, but first we always want to get a check on the look outside. Here's a beautiful shot of the Capitol here at 401. And Damon, Mark, I could tell you it's the first day of June. So many people just excited for summer right now.
But you know, you could feel it getting warmer throughout the day,
Yes.
Damon.
Oh yeah, you can feel it. You can almost see it there in that shot too. Some of that summertime look with the warm sunshine and also with some of that haze still in the sky. Check out these current temperatures out there as we get into the afternoon hours. It's 90 degrees in Frederick. So yes, tomorrow we are going to see widespread lower 90s, but those 90-degree temperatures are certainly going to become more common. At least for now, though, yeah, we have middle to upper 80s, 87 in Hagerstown, D.C. up to 84. And as you go south, still a little bit of cooler air hanging on, but still in the 80s out there across southern Maryland and back over into the higher terrain of western Maryland and West Virginia. So the general idea here, folks, it continues to stay sunny and then eventually clear as we head into the overnight hours. Very calm, and we are very warm as well, at least until that sun sets. Then the temperatures do start to take a tumble back through the 70s and into the 60s as we approach the midnight hour. Now, typically, we have our first 90-degree day across most of the major climate sites, at least in the DMV, in mid to late May. That's when that first average 90-degree day comes about. So we're a little behind schedule with some locations not yet hitting 90 officially this year. It looks like we're going to be able to do that tomorrow. But the other big story here, folks, the latest drought monitor reflects the fact that we are in dire need of some rainfall, with moderate drought really expanding across much of the DMV. So the question is, how warm are those temperatures going to get tomorrow? And then could we actually see some much needed rainfall on Saturday? We'll have a full check of your forecast in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, only on DC News Now, the family of Bernard Baker Jr. is still looking for answers following his death in late April.
Yeah, the family says that botched 911 calls and a lack of urgency from fire and EMS contributed to his death at the family home in Northwest DC.
Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming has been following this investigation for weeks. And Leonard, what are emergency responders saying tonight?
Well, Mark and Annalisa, the family of Bernard Baker Jr., they are incensed. And they say they haven't heard one word yet from the 911 call center director who told me last month that she would meet with the family. And fire EMS officials have claimed no wrongdoing, which has left the family angry and incensed. Bernard Baker Jr.'s family is not happy with DC's 911 call center and fire and EMS. They say there were delays in answering the phone in the early morning hours of April 30th and a slow response from paramedics. The 911 call center director, Heather McGaffin, promised to share her findings with the family last month, but has not done so yet. And fire and EMS officials say their review found that Baker Jr. received appropriate cardiac life support treatments and that all medical protocols were followed. Kevin Baker, the brother of Bernard, is furious.
I am beyond trouble. Not only am I troubled, I'm disgusted that someone's life is not even being held up to accountability, and it just disgusts me. I'm just hurt to my core. I'm ashamed to live in the District of Columbia. I do not respect the EMS or 911 at this point in time. They said they did the best for him. I'm sitting there. They weren't sitting there. I sat there and watched them. They took their time.
There has been no official word yet on when the 911 call center director will meet with the family. Back to you.
And Leonard, you've been talking to the family. They say they've been through so much. What's the next step for them?
Well, at this point, Annalisa, they are considering legal action, they say, and that's because they're not happy with the EMS response, and they're certainly not happy with the 911 call center response. Leonard and Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, thanks, Leonard. Tonight, the teen accused of attempted murder on a Prince George's County school bus is now being held without bond. In court today, we learned the teen, known as Baby K, was on his way to his lawyer's office to surrender when he was arrested by U.S. Marshals and police. His lawyer argued he should be placed in a juvenile detention center, but the state says the teen was on the run for a month and the juvenile center is not secure enough. Now, police say on May 1st, he attempted to shoot another teen on that bus, but the gun jammed. 2 other teens who were with him are also being held without bond.
The continued effort, the aiming, the pulling of the trigger, the racking, the clearing, the bullets dropping to the ground, and just seeing that over and over and over again really gets across exactly what these 3 young men wanted to do that day.
We are committed to pursuing this case to the fullest extent of the law. The environment in Cheltenham is not as restrictive as at the jail. We believe that it's important that he have the appropriate level of supervision and not have access to other young people.
And we're also learning that a teenage girl is also being charged in the school bus attack. They all have another hearing in a few weeks.
And we now know the name of the man who was shot and killed last night in Seat Pleasant, Maryland.
Yeah, the victim has been identified as 32-year-old Joe Lewis Washington of Brandywine. Police were called to Martin Luther King Jr. Highway just before 9 p.m. last night. When they arrived, they found Washington suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say shortly after, 2 men arrived at the hospital with injuries as well.
Well, seniors in Washington County have even more resources when it comes to having a healthy lifestyle. Our Skylar Salas tells us improvements at the Commission on Aging is contributing to that in a major way.
The Washington County Commission on Aging has always had a mission to better the lives of their seniors, and now with a brand new fitness facility, that mission is getting easier to complete.
When you retire, it's time to reinvent yourself, to find out what you really like. And this place lets you do that. And it helps you to find other people immediately who are on the same journey that you are.
The Commission on Aging currently serves over 1,300 seniors and has an even longer list of seniors waiting to use exercise equipment. Now with the improvements, they hope to be able to serve more.
It's an expansion of the campus for our Senior Activities Center, and the mission is to really maintain health and wellness for our seniors, to keep them active and to maintain a high quality of life as long as possible.
Kevin Swart has been involved with the Commission on Aging for 4 years. He says the facility has helped him cope with his battle with diabetes.
The first class I took, I joined up right away and started working out because I weighed like 306 pounds. I was on the pill one time, 40 Manson, but when I lost that weight, I don't have to take it no more.
It's just a wonderful thing to help support people and get them out of the house. It's really easy to be in the house. I would be in the house, but I had a place to come to, so I'm not in the house.
But to keep the facility running and free for guests, the Commission on Aging are asking for any donations to help maintain the Senior Fit building. Reporting in Washington County, Maryland, Skylar Salas for DC News Now.
All right, Skylar, thank you. Well, the number of people over 65 years of age is expected to continue to increase significantly over the next decade. Right now, the senior population is about 15%, and that's according to the United States Census Bureau.
And in order to serve that population, the county announced more senior services and new senior apartments are coming to Frederick, Maryland. DC News Now's Michaela Newton tells us more.
Frederick County's growing senior population will soon have more services available to help them stay in their homes as they get older. According to the United States Census Bureau, in 2022, 15% of Frederick County, Maryland residents were 65 and older, and that number is expected to increase.
Where we know that the number of seniors is expected to quadruple in the next decade, so keeping pace with that, but also keeping pace with their emerging needs, their desire to perhaps have services in the community where people can age in place longer.
In a press conference Wednesday, Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater announced the expansion of services and new senior apartments called Monteview Senior Living that will be built next to the Monteview Senior Living facility with approximately 84 units. Melanie Cox, an advocate for seniors who also once fought for Monteview to become what it is today, says she's excited for the new plan.
It will address, we think, the needs of many more of our seniors out in the community. It's an innovative program that hopefully will demonstrate a model that can be replicated in other communities.
The project is in its early stages and a completion date has yet to be determined. The comprehensive plan includes the addition of these independent living units as well as 55 more beds at the Citizens Care Rehab Center for those who require skilled nursing. Reporting in Frederick County, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
Thanks, Michaela. New today, it's the first day of Pride Month, and leaders around the region are pausing to recognize the significance. For the first time, the Pride flag is now flying outside the John A. Wilson building. Mayor Bowser and others raised the flag this afternoon. And for the fifth time, Montgomery County hosted their flag raising ceremony this afternoon.
And in Virginia, Alexandria has its Alexandria Pride event. That's on June 4th, and that starts at 1 p.m. at the Charles Houston Rec Center. The Arlington Pride Festival kicks off on June 24th, and that starts at noon at Gateway Park. And we'll have a full list of all DMV Pride events on our website, dcnewsnow.com.